What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another video. My name is Jorge Zepeda, and today in this video I will be demonstrating how I do a mid taper, and then I also did a number 4 all the way around the top. For the clippers, I am going to be using the Stylecraft Rebels. To me, those are just my personal favorite clippers right now at the moment. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. That way you guys are notified when I upload new content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Alright, you guys, so to begin the haircut, like I said, I am doing a number 4 all the way around. So I got my forward guard with my lever all the way closed, making it a true number 4. And using complete strokes, I go in from the front all the way to the back, trying to get as much coverage as I can, and really just going in every single direction just to try to get it as even as possible. And another technique I really like to do is I like to run my comb through and follow my clipper right behind it, just to really get the hair to stand up and get it as even as possible. But right here I have my 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open, and really I'm just debulking the area right here right before I go in to set in any guideline for the side taper. So now here I have my trimmers to go ahead and set in my first initial guideline, which is going to be the bald guideline. And these are straight out of the box. They're not zero gap. They're just normal pretty much. That way I'm not leaving such a hard line, and it's also comfortable for my client's skin. But as you guys can see, this is going to be kind of like a burst taper. My mid tapers, anytime I'm leaving the hook on there, I like to do the burst taper. That way I could leave the side as much as I can. That way the lineup is nice and dark. So right now that I'm starting to blend, you guys are going to notice that I like to use the corner of my blade a lot, just because I'm going to be dealing with some nice tight areas. So using the corner of my blade is going to really allow me to do a lot of detail work. But basically, to blend out the bottom line, I'm going to be using every single notch that I have right there on the side of my clipper until I get to the all the way open position, which is what I'm doing right now. So now moving on to my number 1 guard, starting with the lever all the way open. I'm gonna start to kind of down fade from the top to the bottom, just making sure that I'm staying underneath the step where I started to debulk with the 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open. So now I have my half guard attached to my clipper, and then once again I'm gonna continue to down fade. So I'm gonna make sure that I stay underneath my 1 guard that I just previously used with the lever all the way open, still using the corners. So whenever I close the lever slightly, I'm going to be making sure that I flick out lower than what I previously did. That way I'm not recreating a new guideline.
Hey JP, this shit clean.
So now that the bottom half of the taper is complete, here I have my number 2 guard attached with the lever all the way closed, and I'm just basically flicking out to try to blend in the top portion of the taper to the top. Now here I just opened the lever all the way, and then just continuing to do the same thing and continuing to blend up. But now moving on to the neck taper with the 1.5 guard with the lever all the way open. Once again, I'm going to be going in to debulk the area. Now once again, I grab my trimmers to go ahead and set in my first initial guideline. So now going back to my Rebels with the lever all the way open, I'm gonna go ahead and create my first guideline by going up about 1 inch. And I don't know why I left the hair at the bottom. Maybe I was just trying something new, I guess. But either way, it's still gonna come off. So now I'm going in with the lever all the way closed, and once again I'm going to be using every single notch until I get to the very top, which was with the lever all the way open. Now moving on to my next step, which is the number 1 guard with the lever all the way open. And I'm gonna go ahead and create a new guideline going up about another inch. So now at this point I have my half guard attached to my clipper, and once again down fading from the top to the bottom, starting with the lever all the way open.
Hey, JP, this shit clean, 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 clean,
At this point, I'm doing a little bit of touch-up work. I took off my guard and started playing with the lever just to get rid of the dark spots. Here I have the 1.5 guard attached to my clipper once again, and with the lever all the way open, I'm gonna be going in just to kind of refresh that guide. So now I'm continuing to blend up. I have the number 2 guard attached to my clipper, starting off with the lever all the way open position. I'm gonna just be flicking up, trying to blend it in to the top as best as I can. Now I close the lever all the way, and then I'm just cleaning up all the hair that's underneath that step to try to blend it in as best as possible. Now here I'm going back in with my trimmers just to get rid of all this unnecessary hair. And then after that, I'm gonna be hitting it with the shavers just to get it nice and close to the skin. For the neckline, I always like to take a step back and kind of examine it and just try to distinguish exactly where his natural line is, and kind of just follow that line and make it as sharp as you can. So my client right here, he has a really big widow's peak, but before I go in and line him up, I'm going to be trimming down the front hairline just a little bit, just to make it easier on my trimmers and make it easier to really be able to see exactly where his natural hairline starts. But I like to trim down his hairline with the 1.5 guard with the lever all the way closed. I find that that's a good length to go ahead and start with, especially for his hair texture. But starting on the front hairline, I always start off in the middle, and yes, I did shave off the widow's peak, but I'm also trying to keep the line up as natural as possible and try not to push it back too far, but I also do want to make it nice and crispy at the same time. Alright you guys, so we're getting to the end of the haircut. This is how my client came in, and this is the after. I hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, please hit that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section down below. Once again, my name is Jorge Zepeda. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I hope you guys learned something new. But that's it for me this week, you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.